Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is quotes 113. We have another quote by JFK today, John F. Kennedy. All right, let's take a look at the quote. A nation, a country, a nation that is afraid to let its people judge the truth and falsehood in an open market is a nation that is afraid of its own people. All right, so let's look at it again. A nation that is afraid to let its people judge the truth and falsehood. Falsehood, remember, means like fake news. Fake news is nothing new. Remember, this is even John F. Kennedy. So he's basically saying that all censorship, or almost all censorship, is bad. If it's a really good government and they're not afraid of the truth, they should let everything go out there because people will see through the false stories eventually. The truth will usually win out in the end. So that's what he's saying. He's saying that a country that's afraid of both probably has something to hide, probably is afraid of its people. So a nation that is afraid to let its people judge the truth and falsehood in an open market. And an open market means, that there's no censorship, no limiting of it. Is a nation that is afraid of its people. So this definitely applies to governments that are very tyrannical, that have a lot of censorship. Of course, like North Korea, where they hardly anybody's allowed to even look at the internet at all. Definitely recently, Iran with protests when they cut off like, Instagram or Twitter or something like that. That definitely means that they're afraid. They're afraid their people will find out something. So anytime they have any censorship like this, or if they're limiting it in any way, and you got to be careful because, um, even Western countries are a little guilty of this too. So let's continue with the note here. There is truth to this quote. Most governments, like I said, even including some Western governments, Western governments usually try to make an excuse for it. I don't know. They'll call it hate speech, or they'll say, "Oh, it's false, it's confusing." But if you just let it out there and you let people decide for themselves and look through it for themselves, then they'll figure it out. If they're trying to stop it, they must be afraid of it. If it was so ridiculous that nobody would believe it, they wouldn't worry about it. It wouldn't matter. And if they know truth is on the side, it also wouldn't matter. So there is truth to this quote. Most governments don't tell all the truth to their own people. Now, clearly, some governments are worse than other governments, but most governments hide at least a certain amount. And if they don't, certainly they have something to hide. Yeah, so I mean, if they didn't have anything to hide, they'd let it all out. In most cases, if they have something to hide, they would fear the wrath meaning the great anger, of the public should the exposure of the truth reach the people. Yeah, they are afraid, especially if they've done really, really bad things or illegal things or, God forbid, even evil things. Should that reach the people, they would be afraid of the response of the people. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.